Alright guys, what is up? Today we're going to be doing the timing on the Z. So if you've watched my videos on how to redo the timing belt, you'll know that there is a mechanical timing, and you need to have little dots line up on your cams as well as on the crankshaft. Now that is the mechanical timing, and what we're going to be doing today is the electronic timing. So it's a little bit different. So there's, it's not here right now. There we go. Right down here. You can see that little mark right there on our crankshaft. Let's see. There we go. There's a bunch of little marks on there. Now they each starting at 0, it goes in 5-degree increments, and where that little paint is, that is the 20-degree mark. So that is what we're going to be using today with this timing light. So if you can see right here, let's see. So right there it says 20 degrees BTDC. So that is what we want our setting set to, which is why that little mark was marked at 20 degrees. Or as well, some timing lights will have on the back here their own advance, so you can set it to 20 on here. If we set it to 20 on here, it will be at 0 on there. If we set it at 0 on here, it will be at 20 on there. So really, it doesn't really matter which way you do it, as long as together you get to 20 degrees of the advanced timing. So we got that all together, got that. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and hook this timing light up. So let me show you guys. Alright, so the timing light is very simple, and it'll vary a little bit between what type you have, but you have your inductive pickup, and then you have a positive and a negative cable. Now these obviously go on positive and negative. This is negative, this is positive, and then on your induction right here, let's see if I can get a good picture of it. Alright, if you guys can see, there's a little arrow on the very tip right there. It might be a little bit hard to see because of the way it is, but it's pointing towards the right hand, or to the left hand side, so that's the way we want our signal. So what we're going to do right here on the distributor, and depending on what year you have, there might be a cover on this or not, but we want to go to cylinder number 1. So right here, you can verify on top there, it says cylinder number 1, and we're going to go ahead and put the induction on here with the arrow pointing towards the plug, so away from the distributor towards the plug, that direction. And that is going to be what we are measuring our timing with, is cylinder number 1. Now we're going to go ahead and put that on, and then put the positive and negative. And one more thing to note, you want your engine to be warmed up, so go ahead and bring it up to operating temperature before you do this. The Z is already warm, so we can go ahead and get everything hooked up. Alright, so now that we have everything hooked up, I'm going to go ahead and do a run over real quick, just because it's going to be a little bit loud when the engine is running. So basically, on your timing gun, you got a little trigger. You just pull the trigger, and then when the light flashes, we want the 20-degree tick to line up with this little marker right here on our timing belt. And that's another reason, guys, you want to keep your timing belt covers on. 1, because it helps you do your timing, and 2, because it keeps rocks and things from getting in there and messing up your belt, which could cause severe engine damage if it snaps. So definitely just leave your cover on. I don't care if you think it looks cool with it off. Put it on and keep your belt fine. It'll save you a lot of hassle from, blowing up your engine. But there we go. We're going to go ahead right here. It's going to be a little more easier to see once it's going. Every time the light flashes, we want the 20-degree tick to tick right on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and film this as best I can. It's hard to get this right over the top, and I don't know if the camera's refresh rate will be able to get the light all the time, but I will definitely try my best, and we will time this. The way to adjust the timing, I forgot to tell you guys, right here on the distributor, right there is our little timing adjustment tool. This is a 10mm. We're going to go ahead and loosen this nut, and then it will actually swivel. I'll show you guys. Alright, so this is our distributor right here, and it will actually swivel, as you can see right there, and that is going to set our advance and our retard on the timing. Now where it was where mine was set. I've already timed mine. I'm just doing a redo to show you guys how to do it. Mine was a little bit advanced. Yours will not be right there. It doesn't have to be. It really depends on a variety of factors and your belt and everything. But that is where mine pretty much was. I've heard that they should be in the middle, but it's not a bad thing if it's offset a little bit. As long as it's lighting up when it's on top of where it should be for the 20 degrees, then you're all set and there's no problem with your timing. And again, that's with the mechanical timing in the cam gears and everything lining up as well. So I'm going to go ahead, start up the Z, and we're going to go ahead and flash that light, and I'm going to film this as best I can, showing you guys exactly how to set the timing. Alright guys, so now that we have the engine running, we're going to go ahead and take our light, and we're going to pull the trigger, and it's going to go ahead and flash like that. And what we're going to want is for that little mark to to shine up. Alright, so you can see the timing marks right there. And we want to go ahead and line that mark that is yellow. We're going to line that up with the tip of that. Alright guys, if you can see, the timing is pretty much lined up now. It will vary a little bit just depending on your idle speed and everything. It will kind of vary it. You want this to be at idle, so no throttle or anything. But there you go, if you can see. You can kind of see it. That mark is where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and we're going to finish up here. Alright guys, so as you can see, that is where our timing is set now. We can go ahead and tighten it down with that 10 mil. You want to be careful not to over tighten it, and you want to be careful not to strip that. But that is basically what it is. So this is a pretty easy thing to do, guys, when you're doing your timing. You can rent these from some places. Other places you can't. I borrowed mine. But you know, it's a timing light. I think it's like $30 online. It's not too bad, and it's a good thing to check your electric timing as well. So there you go, guys. If you got the mechanical timing and you've got your electronic timing, you know that everything should be good with your ignition system. So if it's not the plugs or the wires, of course. But there you go, guys. If you have any questions about this, go ahead and drop a comment down below, and I will see you guys next week.